This is Jill. She's the only one of my dogs that has no tracking experience, so she was elected to be the guinea pig for this tracking class. Um, this is her first track. She's had obedience training. She's done some search and rescue training too, which actually is the opposite of tracking, so which is why I never went and taught tracking to her, is because I had already taught her air scenting, which encourages her to run around head high looking for scent. And then I felt it was going to be too much of a challenge for me to get her head down and convince her to track. So we'll see how it goes with this training. But this is the first time she's ever seen any kind of a track. You can see I've got her harness on her. My car wasn't too far away, so I went ahead and put a harness on her when I got her out of the car. If I had to walk a long distance to the start of my track, I would just bring her up, bring the harness over with me, and put it on at the start of the track. You can also see I just have a regular leash on her because she's not going to get that far from me, and she's also still buckled into her collar. I won't actually buckle her into your harness until she gets up to the start of the track. You can see as we look down the track, these targets are about 2 steps apart. You can see the first one and the second one, but I want to set them up in grass that's deep enough so that she can't look down the track and visually see the targets. I'm okay with her seeing the target as we come up to it, because that's going to happen when she's tracking. I'm not going to hide the articles. She's going to see them as she tracks up to them, but I just don't want her visually to be eyeing them from a long distance away and using her eyes to get down the track. You can see I'm putting quite a bit of tension on this line. I'm right behind her, and I'm mainly putting tension on the line so that I want her to hit each of these targets. You'll see as we go down, she casts a little bit left or right, and I'm trying to put tension on the line so she's not quite doing as much of that as she's finding the targets. I want her pretty much just to be held right on the line right now. This is the end of my track for her, and that's actually kind of the direction I step back in to go back into the parking lot. She's pretty toy-driven, so my plan was just to give her the toy at the end of the track, but having gotten all the hot dogs off of those targets, she wasn't too interested in the toy. She wanted to continue and find more hot dogs. So I do things a little bit differently on the next day's track.